And we're back with warm yogurt on your back. Notice I said that twice. I am Xavier.
And I'm Mr. J.
Now, go ahead and say what you were going to say when we get back on topic.
No, let's just get back into topic.
Okay, well, we left with
It's fine.
concealed carry versus open carry. The fanatics of them. Mainly the gun fanatics. And not gun fanatics.
Right.
Well, like I said, I never understood the rift between concealed carry versus open carry. I think it's stupid that you're going to sit there and call people names because they open carry, meanwhile you conceal carry.
You're still carrying, right?
Right, but they bitch and complain that, it's out there in the open so anybody can walk up and take it, and you're stupid for doing it.
Police officers open carry, and people don't just randomly run up and take their guns.
Yes, well, the anti-gunners want all police officers to be unarmed.
The criminals would love that.
I know, but that's the thing though, is that as long as there's a sign that says no gun-free zone, all criminals will drop their guns. You know that.
Yeah, because the sign told.
Yeah, it's just absolutely. And cops should follow those same rules. Hello? Fucking stupid.
Me personally, I am not a huge fan of police officers at all.
Me either.
But to have them protect our lives, it's kind of necessary for them to carry a firearm.
Well, isn't that what all of Black Lives Matter is all about?
No, Black Lives Matter has nothing to do with fucking guns. Nothing.
No, it's about police oppression, and they're taking lives just because they're black.
There is just as many black police officers beating the shit out of black guys as there are white police officers beating the shit out of black guys.
I gotta say this. I really shouldn't, but I will say it anyway. So, a friend that is no longer my friend, she's married to a man who is not Caucasian. She is Caucasian. And he is very much a Black Lives Matter guy. He even goes so far as to say that I don't even understand what equality is. And like, yeah, I only know the statistics and everything like that. But I had to ask myself whenever I just pretty much stopped talking to him was, when they're in the bedroom, do they do the master-slave thing? You know? When he looks at his children who are half white, does he look at them and say, your grandmother and grandfather are oppressing you? They were slave masters, and only half of you were taken and slaved. Yeah, that's not a thing. But I wonder if that is the case.
I don't know. It's possible because growing up, actually, there was a couple that lived up the street from me. Black guy, white woman.
Yeah.
And the black guy was like hardcore, like fucking solid, black power, the whole fucking nine. Marries a white woman. I got curious one day because I heard all these rumors about this fucking guy, that he was this big black power advocate, this, that, and the other thing. So I asked him, I said, sir, you're so into black lives and black power and black supremacy. Why'd you marry a white woman? He said, just to show all those crackers I could take one of they bitches too.
Ah!
And you know what? I just kind of walked away from him and was like, this is the fucking problem with the world.
Yeah. Well, it's like Spike Lee. He actually gets physically sick.
No, fuck that. Fuck that short little motherfucker. I fucking can't stand.
He gets physically sick whenever he sees an interracial couple. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You're gonna sit there and bitch about racism while you are being racist.
Exactly, and that's what pisses me off about the whole white supremacy, the whole black power thing. Mm-hmm. It's fucking racism. No matter which way you fucking slice it, it is fucking racist.
It's the same fucking thing. Yes, I'm a white supremacist. I think it's bad that you are dating a black woman. Oh, look, I am a black supremacist. I think it's bad that you're dating a white woman or a white guy. It's the same fucking thing. And you can't sit there and say that black people cannot be racist because of institutional racism. Name me a case where it still exists. I'll wait.
Not gonna hear an argument out of me.
Yeah, but that's.
I think it's fucking ridiculous.
It is. It's all it is passing the buck for I failed. So therefore, somebody else is to blame. Yes, you grew up in a bad neighborhood. Well, guess what? Bus ticket costs $70. Get the fuck out when you're 18 years old.
It just like I think we discussed this briefly in the music industry episode, where it's like, you know, growing up in the ghetto and like really poor neighborhoods, you either got to sell drugs, you got to play sports, or you got to learn how to sing and rap to get the fuck out. No, you don't. Like you said, bus ticket costs $70. You can fucking roll. Start life new.
I can name countless fucking cities, towns, and out in the middle of fucking nowhere that no one wants to go to that will give you a much better life. Where I live, you make $800 fucking bucks a week, $800 bucks a month, you are a king.
But you know what? Regardless of whether you grow up in the projects or you grow up in white suburbia, you are still required to go to school.
Yep.
You are handed the fucking opportunity to educate yourself and make something with your life.
Right.
But instead, you choose to go through your school life following the peer pressure, getting involved with the gangbangers, this, that, and the other thing, instead of taking the time to educate yourself, to give yourself a better future. I don't care what color you are, if you don't have an education, you're going to go nowhere.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about like a formal college education, because
fuck that.
Every college can shove those fucking degrees right up their asses. I've got 2 degrees, and I'm not doing a goddamn thing with either of them because they're both fucking worthless.
Right.
And my thing is that, yeah, I did some fucked up shit through school, but you know what?
Who didn't? We were kids.
I graduated with distinguished honors, and I've made some.
Well, they bitch and say that black schools
I'm not in prison. I'm not in prison, so I'm doing something with my life. But I don't care. You know what? Everybody has the fucking internet.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck if they don't teach you the right shit in school. Half the shit you learn in school you don't fucking use anyway.
Yep.
But the basic fundamentals are there. If you want to learn more about something, read into it. Do the research on your own. You don't need somebody to hold your hand.
I pissed off my 11-year-old the other day when she brought home algebra, and while I'm helping her work on it, I looked at her and I said, "You want to be angry?" And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "I haven't used this since I got out of school." She's like, "So I'm learning this for nothing?" I'm like, "Pretty much. But you gotta learn it." I've told her that since the moment she stopped wanting to go to school. I said, "Guess what? School sucks, nobody likes it, and you're still gonna graduate anyway."
I'm thankful. My daughter is excited about school. She loves going to school. She loves learning. She wants to be a teacher when she gets older. And I'm going to support her every which way I can in that. And I'm thankful that she's really into learning.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of kids out there that have no ambition to learn anything.
Well, it's once again, I think it comes down to the mentality of, once again, fanatics that they believe. They tell their children, they look them dead in the eye and they say, "You are a victim and Whitey is the problem." Fuck that. What the fuck are you doing to children? What is wrong with you? It's insanity. It really is that you want to. I look at my children and I'm like, you know what? They're going to be anything that they want to be, except for president, because I don't want them to be a criminal. But that you want to tell them that all the roadblocks in their way are because they are female or they are the different skin color than what is the majority, and that's why they won't get anywhere in life. You don't tell people they're not going to get anywhere in life. You help them achieve. They're your children.
I mean, but if you look back through history, the launch to the moon, the program was written by a woman.
Yep. There's
how many modern inventions that are here because of black inventions?
Peanut butter. Air conditioning.
There is how much scientific studies responsible by the Oriental culture.
Right.
I mean, we wouldn't have a lot of what we had if we didn't take what we learned from different diversities.
Yep.
The fanaticism of racism is a big fucking roadblock in society.
I had this conversation with Izzy, with my daughter the other day. It was just, I was telling her about online trolls and how they like to use the N-word just to get people in trouble that are streaming live on games. And I told her, it's funny to me because they're not racist. They're just doing it to be assholes. But I explained to her, because she has an uncle who is not white, that I have never once in my life seen the difference between a black person and a white person. I just don't. And of course, nowadays, you get on the internet, they tell you that that's racist. If I'm colorblind, I'm racist. No, I'm not. I do not see the difference. I see an individual with skills that I either like or dislike. That's it. I think it's stupid that there are fanatics out there who hate someone because of the color of the skin. And I'm also talking about Black Lives Matter too. It's beyond just insanity to me that you can hate someone based on the color of your skin. It makes Martin Luther King to roll over in his fucking grave. There's a guy on YouTube, Some Black Guy. I told you about him before. You and him would get along perfectly because you guys have pretty much the same mentality. It's like, we don't care. And we'll laugh at it. He's a hardcore metalhead, everything like that. And he's not the stereotype, and that's what pisses people off. And it's the same thing with the political ideologues out there who fucking hate others. You know, like there's a guy called Sargon of Akkad, and all he does is he posts his beliefs, and they're not extreme. They're really not. They make sense to me in a lot of ways. I'm not a fanboy, but just, whether I can disagree with him on some points, like, once again, he wants universal health care. I do not. But I'm not going to hate him for it. And there's so many fucking people out there who hate him and call him a Nazi and a racist and a sexist because he believes in a political ideology. That's insane. These people are fucking nuts. So you got to ask yourself, what the fuck is going to happen whenever our company grows? Are we going to be called racist Nazis? Especially you. You're a racist. I know that. It's obvious to me. But
I hate every color but green.
So that's the world we're living in, is that we're going to have hate because we preach about getting your community working locally within people, taking starving artists and whatnot, people who are nobodies, to try and push them up in life without giving them the victim card.
Yeah.
Are we going to be monsters because of Fanatics?
You know what? I'll be that fucking monster. I've actually... you know what? I'm glad you actually mentioned that. And unfortunately, we don't have time this segment for me to get into it, but as soon as we come back, I will. So, we're going to take a quick break here and save these files, and we'll be back with it. So, until next time, I'm Mr. J.
And I'm Xavier.
And we'll be right back.